Here we have a 2014 on a 64 registration, Mercedes-Benz Attego 1524L, Unvi touring 41 seat coach. So, this is a freshen up video rather than new stock. We are down in Romford in East London at Minibus It, looking at this previously silver Unvi touring, hence why we're freshening it up, because it's a better colour. We like a bit of graphite metallic. So, this is quite a tidy thing, to be honest. Euroliner wheel trims are fitted. As you can see, we've got a rear continental door. Sadly, there's just that little bit there. But generally, she's quite tidy, but as I say, she's been repainted in the last sort of 6 months or so. Winner with this product, and obviously everybody goes on about, ooh, front engine, noisy, this, that and the other. But you can go out and you can buy something with a rear engine, like a little Thames or a little Yutong, but you won't get a massive boot like that. And that's a big selling point for me, because nobody wants to be on their hands and knees, or literally lower, with one of those main products I've just mentioned, loading, when they can do it the old-fashioned way in the back. So that's a massive selling point for me, loads of luggage. So, near side again, she's looking good. You've got a huge side locker as well on this side. You've got one on the other side as well. But, so plenty of storage space, plenty of luggage space. Big winner for me. One thing that a lot of people say about anything that's Attego based pretty much is access. And obviously you've got to get around the engine. But it isn't too bad on this. You know, you've got... Go back to sort of front engine Bedfords, V-Series, Vals and Vams and so on. Yeah, it was the same. No different. But we forget, don't we? Oh, we weren't born. One or the other. But look, the steps aren't deep. You've got lots to grab onto, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Now once we get on board, we've got 41 reclining seats with 3-point seat belts, finished in this very smart two-tone leather. You've got the extra padding flaps fitted. Also got sideways movement to the seats. Little badge to remind us who's built it. Because, listen, even though it's a truck, to the uninitiated, it's still Mercedes-Benz, and that brand is recognisable worldwide. You got trays to the seat backs. Couple of 240 volt sockets, but that's down to, that's one of the things that tells me it's had tables in, okay, because where there's a 240 volt socket there's been a table. But the other thing that makes it obvious is we've got two monitors, one at the back for the people facing this way and one at the front for people facing that way. We're fully air conditioned. We've got wood effect laminate to the floor. There is the odd tray missing, but you know, we're looking at a 10-year-old plus vehicle here. Another thing that really needs pointing out, there has been, and I've just been having a chat about this, there's been a couple of steamy windows, and what they've done, rather than replace the window, they've knocked the inner bay out and then siliconed it all up. You can't see it for the curtain, but it's all siliconed up. Not the prettiest job in the world, but as I said, the curtains hide most of it. But you know me, I like to show you everything. We like to be very transparent. So as I said, we are wired for DVD with two monitors. When we get down to the business end, standard Attego Unvi cockpit with the little touch screen there that controls all your aircon, it controls your lights, everything's through that touch screen. The other thing that needs attending is this blind here. The wires come off it, so you can't get up and down. That would do my nutting, but as I said, it's just a little thing that needs mending. Under there, Euro 6 Mercedes engine. Remember, it's a Attego truck, this. So, there's thousands of Attego trucks in the UK. So, in theory, your local Merc dealer should have most of the engine bits on the shelf. So, it's a Euro 6 engine. It's driven through Mercedes' automated power shift 3 gearbox. A little bit low geared. So what you've got to do with these, you know, if you've never driven one before, you'll get in it, you'll put your foot down, it'll launch off, and then it'll change up 3 gears in quick succession, and you'll feel like, you know, your head's going to wobble off. You've got to tickle them. Right, just take it nice and steady, let it work through the first 3 gear changes, and then once it's up into 4th, let it go, and it'll be nice and smooth. Once you get to cruising speed, yeah, you've got engine noise, but it's not horrible. Right, but what you've got to take from it is the plus points. Big luggage, okay, Merc badge, more importantly MPG, because this will get you better MPG than anything on a rear engine chassis. Okay, so that's a massive thing to bear in mind. So to recap, she is a 2014 on a 64 registration Mercedes-Benz Attego 1524L Unvi touring 41 seat coach.